my housewarming, my friend's boyfriend said, "I'm shocked you invited us after what she did to your car." I froze mid-laugh. "What are you talking about, Jeremiah?" I asked, scanning the crowded living room of my new home until I found Melissa by the fireplace, her face draining of color like someone had pulled a plug. The vandalism thing was random, some kids from the neighborhood. We never found out who. Jeremiah's eyebrows shot up in genuine confusion, his beer bottle dangling forgotten in his hand. Random? But Melissa told me Melissa materialized beside him instantly, her manicured nails digging into his forearm hard enough to leave marks. "Babe, you're mixing up stories again," she said, her voice pitched too high, too fast. "Jeremiah," I said slowly, my voice eerily calm despite the earthquake happening in my chest. "What exactly did Melissa tell you about my car?" The party chatter continued around us, but our little corner had become a vacuum of tension. Jeremiah looked between us, clearly realizing he'd stepped on a landmine but too deep to retreat now. "Look, she got wasted after you posted about getting pre-approved for this house in March," he started, voice shaking. "Drove to your apartment at 2 a.m. and slashed all 4 of your tires with her pocket knife." My legs nearly gave out. "What?" I gasped, grabbing the wall for support. No, that's not." Jeremiah kept going, oblivious to Melissa frantically shaking her head. "Then apparently she took a baseball bat to your windshield, completely shattered it." My chest felt like it was caving in. "Oh my God," I choked out. "Oh my God, no." "The green slime was from her nephew's birthday party," Jeremiah continued, looking confused by my reaction. "Those gallons she had in her trunk? She poured all of it through the broken window, destroyed your whole interior. Cost you like $8,500 total, right?" I couldn't breathe. The room was spinning violently. "But here's the really twisted part," Jeremiah said, and I actually laughed, a sharp, hysterical sound, because what could be worse? "The next morning she came over acting all concerned, helped you deal with insurance, drove you to work for 3 weeks while it was getting fixed. The whole time you're crying in her car, she's pretending she has no idea who did it." I turned to Melissa, who was now sobbing, mascara running in black rivers down her cheeks. "You absolute snake," I breathed. "You sat with me at the police station. You blamed those teenagers. You held my hand while I filed the report." Jeremiah finally seemed to realize the magnitude of what he'd revealed. "Wait, hold up. Melissa told me you guys already worked this out months ago. That you knew." Melissa's mouth opened and closed like a fish gasping for air, no sound coming out. No. Melissa finally found her voice, tears streaming down her face. "Jeremiah, stop talking. You don't understand." "But I understand perfectly," I said, my whole body shaking with rage. "You destroyed my car because I got a house and you didn't." "It wasn't like that," Melissa burst out, desperate. "You don't get it. You got the promotion, the house, everything, while I'm still stuck in my studio apartment. So you committed a crime?" I shouted. "You cost me $8,500. "I was drunk," she screamed back. "I wasn't thinking straight. And then the next morning it was too late to take it back." "Too late? You had 3 weeks while my car was being fixed. You had every single day since March." My voice cracked with rage. "No, I couldn't." Melissa was frantically trying to justify it. "How could I tell you after you'd already filed the insurance claim? You would have gotten in trouble too." "I would have gotten in trouble?" I laughed, hollow and bitter. "My insurance went up $180 a month. I almost lost my job from being late. I had panic attacks for months." "You're being dramatic," Melissa snapped, her guilt morphing into defensiveness. "Insurance covered most of it, and you still got your precious house, didn't you?" The entire party was watching now, drinks forgotten, phones probably recording. "Did insurance cover the therapy I needed?" I asked, stepping closer to her. "Did it cover the security cameras I installed? The Uber rides because I was too scared to park near my apartment?" Melissa backed toward the door. "I said I was sorry." "No," I said coldly. "You never said sorry. You said you were drunk. Get out of my house," I said, my voice steady now, resolved. "Please, we can talk about this," Melissa started, but I cut her off. "The police report is still open. My neighbor has security footage from March that he just found on his backup drive. He told me last week. The color drained from her face completely. That's insurance fraud, Melissa. That's a felony. And filing a false police report, that's another crime." Jeremiah was already dragging her toward the door, muttering apologies, but I had one more thing to say. "My cousin just passed the bar exam. You'll be hearing from her about the $8,500, the increased premiums, and 3 months of therapy." Melissa turned at the door, tears streaming. "You're really going to ruin my life over a mistake? You ruined mine for 3 months because you were jealous."